Hey guys, Sam from BallerBBQ here. Today I'm trying something a little bit different with these videos. I'm just going to make it a bit more like you and me are hanging out, and where I'm just showing you what I do on the grill. Yeah, if you like it or you don't like it, let me know in the comments below, and then all the future videos I might look at doing the same sort of thing. But today we're going to be cooking some Japanese beef tacos on the pellet grill. With this one I'm going to smoke the beef first, and then we're just going to fry it up on the hot plate on the pellet grill, and yeah, we'll make some delicious tacos with that Japanese infusion flavour. So yeah, we'll give it a go. See you soon. Okay, so here's the first part of our Japanese beef tacos, is our beef. What do we got here? 300 grams, so that's, what's that? About half a pound of just beef strips. So I'm going to cut that open and chuck it into a bowl. Probably should have drained out that blood first, so I'll do that. Okay, so that's looking good. Now, in there, I need to grate some ginger and some garlic, just a teaspoon of each. So over here, we've got our garlic and ginger, and I'll just grate a teaspoon of the ginger and just that one clove. I'll mash that up. So I'll do that and I'll see you back here in a minute. Okay, so now we've got the ginger, teaspoon of grated ginger. We've got a clove of garlic, just diced up. Here I've got 2.5 tablespoons of soy sauce, and I've got some honey here. This is just cream clover honey, any honey will do, and that is a tablespoon of honey, and I'm just going to mix that. I ran out of honey and I haven't got quite a tablespoon, but it's close enough. So I'm just going to mix that into the soy sauce. And give it a bit of a stir up. I'll use a proper tool. So I use a whisk that honey in to the soy sauce as best as I can. Cool, that's pretty good. So now we'll just put in the garlic and the ginger. I'll just give that a quick stir in. And I'm just going to pour that straight over the beef strips. Try and get all that honey. Now I'll just give it a good stir up. Break up all that beef so that it's completely covered. Alright, that looks pretty good. So now I'll just leave that to marinade, and while that's doing its thing, I will prepare the pickled cucumber. So here we've got a cucumber, and I'm just going to take this plastic peel off. And I'm going to chop this into little matchsticks. So the smaller you can chop these little matchsticks, the quicker it's going to pickle, because this is just a very fast pickle. So it'll only be sitting in the pickling sauce for, I don't know, maybe an hour, just while we go out and smoke and cook the meat. Cool, that's looking good. So I'll throw all that into a bowl here. And with that, I'm going to put just rice wine vinegar. I'm just going to put half a cup of that in there. Just like that. And I'll put a teaspoon of salt. I'm not going to bother measuring these, I'm just going to pour it in. Teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of sugar, good teaspoon, and I'm going to put a quarter of a cup of water in there as well. And then I'll just give it a bit of a whisk up, just to mix through that sugar and salt. And just make sure that all that cucumber is sitting underneath the vinegar solution, and we'll put that aside. And while that pickle is doing its thing and the beef is marinating, I'm going to go out and start heating up the grill and get that smoke rolling. So we'll see you out there. Alright, so we're out here now at the grill. I've got the Pit Boss pellet grill set on smoke, and it's giving me about, this is reading about 75 degrees. The electronic thing's reading about 80. So that's 165 Fahrenheit. But we're just gonna open it up, and I'll just use my little infrared thing here just to make sure that the grill, well, the grill plate, I've got the grill plate sitting on the grills here. So that's reading 67 degrees, so that'll be warm enough. Now I just want to put on the beef. I'm just going to lay it out. Now the beef isn't going to, I don't really want it to cook right now. I'm just going to let it sit there and smoke with the, I've got apple pellets in there today. So I just want that, a little bit of that smoke to kind of infuse in there, just for a different sort of element of flavour. But that's pretty good. So yeah, I've just tried to lay that out as much as possible, and just as that smoke sort of comes up and around, it's just going to get into there. Should get into there nicely, considering that meat's been soaking for a while, so it's a little bit wet. But yeah, I'll give that half an hour now and just let it do its thing. So we'll see you soon. Okay, so the meat's been in there for half an hour just smoking with the apple smoke. I've gone and washed the bowl. Now I'm just going to take it off the hot plate. It's looking pretty good. It's dried up a bit. You can see it's changed colour a little bit there. So I'm just going to put it all back in here so that I can heat up the hot plate, get it nice and hot, and then put this meat back on the hot plate and just let it char up a bit and let that sugar sort of caramelize, and that's just going to be delicious. So I'm just going to clean the hot plate off, and then I will close it up and crank the pit boss all the way up to high, which is 250 degrees, which if I look at my thing here, 250 degrees is sort of 480 degrees. So I'll do that now, and I'll come back when I'm putting the meat on the hot plate. Okay, so I've cleaned a lot of that moisture that was left on the hot plate. I've cleaned that off, and I'll turn the pit boss all the way up, getting smoke in my eyes, it stings. So yeah, I've turned that up, 250 degrees. Now I'll just close the lid, let that heat up, and once it's hot, we can throw the meat on. But that'll take a little while, so we'll see you soon. So now the pellet grill's got up to about 225 degrees. It's still warming up, but the hot plate's at 200 or about 400 Fahrenheit, which is plenty hot enough to start throwing this stuff on, the beef, and getting it charred up. So, yep, listen to that. So again, I'm just going to lay this out. Still plenty of smoke coming off this thing, even though it's right up there. Usually the pellet grills, the hotter you get them, the less smoke you get off them, but now we're getting heaps coming off this. So we'll just spread those out so as much of the beef is in contact with that hot plate. And looks good to me, so I'll close that for a few minutes and we'll just let it brown up, and then I'll come back to it soon. Now this beef's been on the hot plate for 5 minutes and it's looking pretty good. So I'm just going to flip it over and try and get it onto a different part of the hot plate, just because it will be hotter and help char these up, but they are starting to look pretty charred up. I don't know if you can see some of that, but it's looking good. Just give it a drag around, make sure I get up all that stuff that's sort of burning / charring on the hot plate. But yeah, I'll lay that out like that, and I'll close it up for another 5 minutes and we'll see how it's looking. Now this beef's been on for another few minutes and I'm sure it is ready. Yep. So what I'm going to do is pick this stuff up, chuck it in the bowl, and we will make up our little tacos. Just got a alright, that's looking good. Let's go and do it. We'll shut this thing down, turn the pellet grill off. That will just shut down by itself. Good thing about pellet grills. And we'll go on and make these things. Okay, so while I've been outside at the grill doing the beef, my lovely wife has made up a little coleslaw here. Just chopped salad with some Japanese dressing, bit of olive oil, and some mixed sesame seeds mixed through it. So that's going to be delicious. But here's our beef, all grilled up and lovely. And we've got our tortillas, just little flour tortillas. So let's get into it. We'll put some of this salad in the middle of one of these tortillas. A little bit of this meat. That looks pretty good. And we've got the cucumber from before, so I'm just going to pick out a couple of bits of that, just lay on top, sort of drain it with your fingers a bit. And here we've got a coconut chili mayonnaise, but you could use Pyrenees or anything. It'd be quite nice with this. And we'll just put a little bit of that on. And that looks pretty damn good to me. So we'll go and give it a go. Have a little taste. Okay, so let's try this thing out. It looks good. That is real good. That's really nice. You can really taste that apple smoke, and that sugar and the marinade's really kind of caramelized on there, charred on there a bit, as you saw. Yeah, it's really nice. Good way to have a quick beef barbecue feed. Got a few of those to eat, so that's awesome. Alright guys, so that's Japanese beef tacos on a Pit Boss pellet grill. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you subscribe. Leave a comment and let me know if you liked the way this video was recorded. And yeah, if you did, we'll look at doing it the same sort of style in the future, so that'd be cool. But yeah, we'll see you again next time. See ya.